So what would you say are some really common mistakes that people that you see people make, like, starting out, like just that they might not even think is that big of a mistake, but it could turn into a dangerous situation.
Oh man, that's easy. Bow riding.
Oh
Bow
yeah.
riding is something, it's almost exhilarating, and I could see why people do it because if you're new on the water, you're at the front, you get the waves, you look down, it's like to see the water
Hmm.
underneath the boat. I remember being young and like doing that and thinking like this is like I loved it. I loved it.
Hmm.
But the danger in it is so astronomical, and now I'm terrified. Like when
Yeah.
I see people bow riding, I'm like, wait, like that's
Like start
scary
driving
stuff.
after them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
don't realize it because it's the whole like new boater on the water bliss. Like there's such a beauty in getting out on the water, but you have to be aware of bow riding as such a severe potential danger.
yeah, yeah. There is something about that tranquil view of the water coming off the bow that like
Very
just
Titanic.
draws. Yeah, yeah. It's like pulling on strings. It's like why do you
Yeah.
pull your string of your stuff to take it apart? It's like you can't help to do it. Like
So
it's
that's like the
crazy.
biggest thing, I would say that I see so often, and it's such an easy fix. If there was a
Yeah.
little bit more education on it before something like a fatality were to occur due to.
Yep. So whenever you put your QR code on your pamphlet, make sure that goes in the
No bow riding.
no bad writing. Okay. On that kind of same note, what would you say would be 2 to 3 tips for people to kind of avoid some of the easier tips, like bow riding or panic, panic and throttle, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I would say first things first, almost treat it as if you're heading out, like from the start of when you're heading out on the water, make sure that you have somebody or an emergency contact number
Mm-hmm.
that you can quickly access in case there's an emergency. Because say you're in a situation like I was and I ran out of gas, thankfully I had somebody right there, but on a windy day, you could easily be run up on the rocks, and having somebody that can quickly access you to avoid that would be key. So always have an emergency
Mm-hmm.
contact. And then to add on that, an anchor, like
Yeah.
a functional anchor, because
Mm-hmm.
you can be like, say you rent a boat on a lake and you're unfamiliar with the ground floor, certain anchors have are more beneficial on different types of flooring. So you wouldn't know this, but like our the bottom of our lake is super rocky, and most people would think like certain anchors are no problem, but you won't get any hook. So if you're in a situation where you run out of gas and you need to like drop anchor to avoid running up on the shoreline, make sure you have one A and make sure it's the right one B. So know your waters. Sandbars, rocks. I don't think that I think it's like very dangerous that people just rent blind without knowing the lake itself, or even like the inlets at the like an ocean situation. Yeah, so you got to know your waters. Oh, and the best tip I can give is to pay attention to the wind. Like
Oh
the,
yeah.
because if you're going out on the water, it's you're not just driving a car. Like you're influenced by the wind and the currents
Mm-hmm.
significantly. Everything that you do, everywhere that you go. I mean, when I drive the pontoon boat, it's like a parachute. It's literally
Yep.
it's like a wall. So if once the wind's blowing, even like a 15-mile-an-hour gust, I'm moving.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you got to check the winds.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. I think because down here, I'm pretty sure when you rent a boat, down here they have a preliminary checklist that they go over with the boat, and I think that is something that they have to do is go over like the anchor and that kind of stuff. But you're probably right. There needs to be more. There's got to be a better. There's got to be more information that can be provided.
Yeah, and I mean, trust me, we've gone back and forth with like our local police department and the state police that run the lake here. Um, and I almost want to like paint the picture. This lake it's a 63-mile perimeter. So I would say it's quite big.
Yeah.
It's 9 miles in length, like top to bottom. So it does take a minute to get from one side to the other. So I don't want to make it sound like, it's just like a couple people on little pontoons. Like on a weekend, on a rough weekend, you're sinking the front of a pontoon boat. Easy. Like
Really? That
the
rough?
waves, yeah, the waves get big. So when you're coming out here from like New York City and renting a boat for the day, the potential danger is there. And we're just trying to spread word to avoid catastrophes because it's very easy to come across rough water on the weekend here.
Hey there, sorry to take you away from the video, but real quick, did you know that on average a boat owner will spend between $1,000 and $5,000 a year just on servicing their engine? And you could actually pocket and save a lot of that money if you would just do the service yourself. It might seem like a daunting task, but I guarantee you virtually everyone can do it with our guidance and the Boaters program. This is just one skill that you could learn inside the program because we have hundreds of other videos teaching you all kinds of boating skills, as well as a weekly live stream where we have questions and answers with me, as well as a chat feature where you can send videos and pictures, ask all kinds of questions, or look for some advice or some guidance on a project that you're doing on your boat. You can join the program by hitting the first link in the description, clicking join, or visiting bornagainboating.com. Now back to the video.